Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all enjoying your day and getting ready for an early spring from the looks of it. I myself am, and I am waiting for spring and warmer weather, which will definitely make me happy. But today I'm going to talk about something that is not making me happy. As people remember, WWE was active on Peacock some time ago. In fact, they were already announcing in the reports that they were planning to leave and go over to ESPN. Now, say what you will, Peacock was not the greatest experience to have wrestling content on there. Whenever a WWE live pay-per-view comes along or live event, sometimes the servers were actually unable to actually let us enjoy it, and we would find ourselves having to get booted out of whatever we were watching and go right back in. We had to deal with an occasional price increase. We even had to deal with parts of WWE content being censored out that they removed before their network fully had hit on Peacock. They were already removing moments that were graphic. But say what you will, aside from the small headaches, it really came to be average. We obviously found a way to continue watching, despite I will always have fond memories of the WWE Network on WWE.com. For $9.99 a month, I remember it being the best thing that ever happened in a long time. The concept was they gave us everything. Well, almost everything. We were missing WWE Shotgun Saturday Night, but regardless, they gave us enough to actually enjoy. We paid that small price every month, and it worked. It was a good concept. And then they decided we're going to outsource the network to Peacock, and I've already been vocal about Peacock in the past. Not my favorite website, but at least it was a continuation of some of their stuff outsourced to their website, and we could still watch it. You got to watch WWE, WCW, ECW. But as time went forward, we heard the unfortunate news that they were now going to ESPN. Now, I don't watch a lot of stuff on ESPN, never have, probably never will. But when people started to hear the news that they were going to charge us $30 a month to watch Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, many people said they were never going to sign up for a subscription. They still haven't. And this has been one of the growing complaints of ESPN and WWE's decision to go through with it. And everybody really understands from time to time price increases happen. But if you look back at last year, we had price increases on Peacock, price increases on Netflix. And we're paying more now to watch Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. This, to me, right here is where I got to step in and say, when is enough enough? A lot of fans out there with the inflation crisis going on right now can barely even afford the subscriptions, let alone go to their events in person. We know about WWE's ticket sales that are extremely high in price. But when you throw in the subscription, it gets to a point where it's like evident that they only want money more and more, and they don't care who gets screwed. The WWE Network was not like that when it came out. It worked because everybody at the time wanted something to where they can pay a small amount and get enough for their buck. Now what we're dealing with this years later, it seems like we have to pay more for so little. So when you add on the $30 a month and you want to watch some stuff on Netflix, you're roughly looking at a bill of close to maybe over $50, maybe $55 at best, just to stay in the know with WWE. Or if you want to watch stuff from the past, you're still paying an arm and a leg. Granted, not nearly as much as what we used to pay for the pay-per-views back years ago. Some of these pay-per-views went to $50, $60, almost $70, depending on your cable provider. But the thing is, we are slowly getting back to a point where it's deja vu all over again. And some are going to say right off the bat, hey, WWE's always been greedy. Yeah, you don't think I know that? But it has never been more evident as of today. And that's the problem. There's already a lot of people that are already not going to sign up for ESPN because why spend $30 on something? And another thing here, you're spending $30 on something that really creatively has not been good for quite some time. In fact, several years. WWE as a whole is not what it used to be. And by the whole point, little by little, more and more, they're having shows in Saudi Arabia, which is actually falling into a lot of concerns fans have had over the years that Saudi Arabia one day is going to be buying WWE and they're going to be outsourced over to that country permanently. It just goes to show agenda is showing its ugly head, and the fact is, it comes down to it. It's money and greed. And that really has hurt WWE over the years. But this ESPN thing, this was a bad move. It was a terrible move. They could have just stayed on Peacock until the inflation issue was over with. Maybe in the future consider going to another website. I get it. They want to get their name out there more and more. Netflix, putting their content on there, say what you will. I get it. But ESPN, I don't think a lot of people are going to regard it as a big move. I think they're going to regard it as a stupid move. Now, am I going to sign up for a subscription? Probably not. I barely have time to watch wrestling as it is anymore. I'm lucky if I can even keep up with it on a weekly basis. But the problem also goes beyond that. Not just creatively, but this company is mainly putting greed before the fans. Yes, I get it. They can't please everybody. They can't make everybody happy. There's always going to be people out there that are objective. I get that. However, keep in mind, they say that without the fans, there'd be no WWE. They keep increasing their prices like this. They keep going into partnerships with other companies. All the stuff they've been doing, little by little, WWE will start going down the toilet. And they've gone down the toilet before. Let's be honest, the PG era was proof of that. But today, it's so frustrating to watch all their stuff and not feel like you were being ripped off. We got to go back to simpler times. I know they're never going to do it, but if we ever got the WWE network back, that would be a sign that they care about their fans. Go back to the $9.99 a month. But you know what? They can't do what's convenient. They got to do what's best for money. And that's the sad truth. So this probably won't be very far off before I am done with WWE completely. And I could go on in a huge rant and scream and yell and all that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to say it was a dumb move to go to ESPN. And there already is a lawsuit going on that was reported earlier. If you check out my community post that pertains to WWE and ESPN, check out the community post on my channel. You'll see what I mean. But either way, how do you feel about this, guys? Do you think that we're getting ripped off? Do you think it's not worth it? Tell me what you think in the comments section. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching.